Previously on Cartoon Drag Race Philippines Season 3.
Marina, Ida, Petra, Keaton, the three of you are the tops of the week. Marina and Petra, you are the top two queens of the week. Marina, Ida, you're a winner, baby. Reki, Kian, Monita, Beast Boy, and Tiny Tina, you have not been let off easy. Two of you will be safe, and two of you will be in the bottom. But who will make that decision, I wonder? Well, all of you will, of course.
What? He can't be serious, right? Dude, this ain't All Stars. He can't expect us to pick which of our sisters goes home like that.
Oh, this is just delicious. If he means what I think he means, this could be a game changer.
That's right. Following critiques, you will all be sent back to the workroom to deliberate who deserves to receive the illustrious Renmunity Idol.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Oh god. Contestant voting? This is gonna be some mess. Never in the history of reality television has returning power to the contestants gone well for them. But it certainly makes good TV, and that little statue is pure camp, so I'm interested.
Renmunity Idol. It looks so pretty, maybe I should try to be in the bottom so I can get one. No, it's not worth it. They're probably from AliExpress.
Now, most weeks there will only be one Renmunity Idol up for grabs. But tonight, there are 4 of you in the bottom, and 2 of you will be saved. Oh, and one last thing. The winner of the challenge gets 2 votes. Those can be cast for 2 different queens, or 2 votes on 1 queen. And queens in the bottom do not get to participate in the voting. Now, to help you decide who to cast your votes for, let's get into the critiques.
What the hell, Lem? You can't just drop a bomb like that on us and then jump into critiques like that. Ugh, I'm not sure who to vote for. Tiny Tina, I don't care for all too much. Manita, she seems sweet, but we haven't had a chance to connect. Reki and BB though, we've already started to get close. And now I have to pick between them. In a perfect world they'd both be safe, but things don't tend to go perfectly around here, or I'd have been in the top this week.
Voting, yes? Well, I think the only real fair way to decide is based on who did the best in the challenge in my eyes. The judges are usually in charge, but as of now, some power has been given to us as contestants. So as far as I'm concerned, I am a judge, and that means what I say, goes. So fuck their opinion, it'll be based on mine.
I don't know what to think about this voting situation. I don't want to throw anybody to the wolves, no. So I think all I can really do is base my vote off of the judges' critiques. That being said, it would be hard to vote against a friend.
First things first, Monita, please step forward.
Manita, I had a lot of expectations for you coming in. I mean, back in your casting tape, you said you were a skilled designer. The construction here is good, and to your credit you're the only queen in the bottom who didn't use hot glue. But you barely followed the prompt. I got the whole robot wife storyline, with you leaking oil from your back. But I mean, we wanted something gritty for these categories, and this aired a little too far on the side of camp to me. It didn't give blood, there was no edginess to it.
I did like your death becomes her look. It wasn't a standout of the category, though. Cute concept, the whole crazed secretary bit. I liked it, genuinely. But it was a pencil skirt suit and a blazer. The runway of Cartoon Drag Race expects more than that, it just does.
As the resident spooky queen, I really was disappointed in how soft you went for this prompt. Neither look was bad per se, but it was like you were too scared to fit the brief, mostly in your design look. Good construction, fun idea, but you went nowhere with it. It just reeks of wasted potential.
Reki, Kian, please step forward.
I'm gonna be honest. If you're in the bottom tonight, I might flip my shit. Reki, please let it be known that I disagree with you being down here. I actually think it should be Linny.
Oop, not the guest judge dragging one of the safe girls unprovoked. Absolute mess already. I'm getting my life, girl. This is crazy. I just know Linny is pissed. Let me just polish my brand new badge and be a nosy neighbor.
Honestly, the look itself is surprisingly solid for being made with hot glue, and you incorporated blood into the look. The only thing about it that doesn't work is that it's blood on a skeleton, but bitch, suspend your disbelief. This is drag. Maybe the skeleton was freshly harvested or something. Not to mention, for a rough and tumble queen, this is a fantastic mug. I don't think anyone expected that from you. And your first look was high camp, I really liked it. Fuck what the twins say, you should be safe tonight.
I don't even know how to respond to this. On one hand, I'm glad that Darkrai disagrees with me being down here in the bottom. But on the other, it's kinda cold comfort, right? Like, I'm down here. It's hard to cheer up, haha.
Well, thank you, Darkrai. I personally just can't get past doing a resurrected skeleton for a design look about using fake blood. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's a stretch of the category. I respect your opinion, Darkrai, but I have to disagree. And even past that, I think the proportions of the look are weird. And outside of the concept, the bone theming is cool, but it's just leather glued onto a black catsuit. I don't know if you made that catsuit in the workroom, got help making it, or brought it from home. But it's very simple when you break it up into its core components.
I did make this in the workroom. I used my trusty running stitch. And if you wanted more blood from the category, let me take these gloves off and you can look at my fingers after handling that damn sewing machine.
See, Reki, you might not be a designer, but you sure as hell have charisma. I can't really look down on you because of that. But I do agree with the twins for this one. I think the look stretches the definition of the category a bit too much for me. Sorry.
Beast Boy, please step forward. My love, this is horrible. Like, genuinely, were you putting bad looks together as a bit? I have no issue with drag off the rack if you spice it up a little and accessorize, but the first look, it looked like you were cosplaying as Chris Pratt from the Wild Kratts cartoon. There wasn't much distressing, so it didn't read Animal Attack, you didn't really present it on the runway, and it just doesn't do anything for you.
Your design look. The worst part is, I can tell that you tried. This wasn't from lack of effort. But you didn't really succeed. I'm looking for things I enjoy about it, but I'm not finding them. You're in a distressed skirt and a blouse that you've distressed and painted with some fake blood. Like, this took time and effort, and you did it with hot glue. But I can see all of those hot glue lines, your outfit barely holds together, and even though your idea was zombies so it could have been intentional, it clearly wasn't.
There's also not much fake blood involved in the look. It's painted on your clothes and there's some on your hands, but that's it. No dripping, nothing. I think it could have been a gag if you had blood in your wig, like you had your brain chewed on when you were turned into a zombie. Or blood all over your teeth and mouth, like you were munching on somebody. It just wasn't all that creative.
Tiny Tina, please step forward.
The same concept twice? Really? Like, I just don't get what the goal was here. The looks aren't all that good either. I don't think you could have had an argument to be safe with either of them individually, even putting aside that they're basically the same look in a different font.
I really am just baffled that you used the same concept for both of your looks. It's a unique concept, but what? How did that even cross your mind? Was it an accident? I can't decide if that would make it better or worse. It just shows a level of unpreparedness.
Editing, Tina, editing. I could go on all day about how for some reason you used the same concept for both runways, but it's pretty obviously not good. So I'll focus on the actual critique of the looks, and it's the same for both of them. The look itself is really simple, it doesn't look very impressive. And then you just layer on accessory after accessory after accessory, it's all too much to the eye. I think you have a really unique aesthetic. I love the maximalist idea in concept, but the execution needs some work. I hope to see you another week so you can prove to me that you can do it well, but for tonight, it's a chop.
Oh wow, that song. I was shaking like a stray cat on that stage, haha. I'm starting to think I may not have been ready to be here.
My queens, now that we've given you our thoughts, it's time for you to decide the placements. You may all head back to the workroom to discuss, and so the bottom queens can plead their case. And after that's been done, you will be called into the confessional booth for voting.
The queens re-enter the workroom to discuss who deserves to get the immunity idol.
I can tell that some of the girls are unsure of their thoughts on this twist. But, darlings, I'm ecstatic. It's about time we got some control around here. I'm going to milk this immunity idol for everything it's worth each week to get rid of the big threats. So look forward to it.
Lilac starts the conversation and says that he doesn't think they'll get anywhere if they sit around arguing in a big group. Beast Boy slams his hand on the table and says, "What if I want to argue in a big group, dude?" The queens laugh.
Dudes, I'm nervous. I think if I went home first Raven would kick me so hard that I wouldn't have to tuck anymore. Which would be convenient, but I think it would hurt like a bitch, you know. Maybe if I keep things light, these dudes won't want to put me in the bottom, right?
Reki says he agrees, but he wants to announce something first. He's decided he doesn't want anybody to vote for him to get the immunity idol. The queens gasp, except for Keaton, who smiles proudly at him.
Reki's got balls, and I like it. But wow, that's a brave move. He's basically just guaranteed he'd lip sync for his life tonight, and honestly, he probably wouldn't have. A lot of us agreed with what Darkrai said. I mean, he would have gotten my vote.
I did a lot of thinking in the 5 minutes between hearing my critiques and now. really racked my brain, and I don't think I could let myself get saved over some other girl. It would bother me too much, even if I deserved it. And I'm not even sure if I did deserve it, haha, it was unclear. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm lip-syncing tonight. I don't like it, but I'm content with it. I don't want to get that idol.
Reki says that since he doesn't want any votes, he doesn't really need to be part of the discussion, but he wishes Beast Boy luck. He then walks off to go practice the lip sync, leaving everyone gagged.
Is he out of his mind? I mean, I get being prideful, but throwing yourself in the bottom, he's something else, truly.
Lilac clears his throat, and says the best way to go about this is to split into groups for each of the bottom queens to plead their case individually. The other queens agree and split up.
I have to plead my case to these queens to the best of my ability, because I truly feel like I belong here. If I go home tonight, what will everybody at home think of me? After all of this growth, to go home first? It won't happen. I want to start off by saying first of all, Petra, congratulations on making top 2 this week, you killed it tonight. And you too, Ruby, I definitely thought you'd be in the top.
Oh, shade.
No wait, that's not.
I'm just kidding, haha.
Monita, I'll say right now that I base my voting purely off of the judges' critiques, nothing more. It is not personal. And to me, tonight you were in the bottom 2 based on those critiques. I will hear you out, but I plan on voting for Reki tonight.
Wait, Reki? Didn't he say he didn't want anybody to vote for him?
Yes, but that isn't his decision to make. I believe him to be the fair vote.
I understand that decision and I respect you for it, Petra. Ruby and Skyla, do you think the same way?
Not really. I don't know if I have a rule for how I'll vote. There's a lot of factors. I think it'd come down to who convinces me best, on top of my own opinion.
Same here. I don't know how I'll vote tonight.
Well, I hope that I can convince you to vote for me. Because tonight, I just don't think I deserve to go home. My growth outside of this competition has proven that I have the potential to go far if I can stay, and I think that my being in the bottom tonight is just a fluke because of the challenges.
I do believe you. And you've been such a delight in the workroom. I'd hate to see you go. But I just don't know.
I want to speak to the other girls first, but I see you, Monita, and I understand what you're saying.
Thank you both. I hope that I can rely on you tonight as friends.
Monita is such a sweetheart, really. I just don't know who I should vote for. I want to base it on the challenge. But I can't vote Reki. I don't want to force him into something he doesn't want. I guess it would be Monita, but I feel like I should hear everybody out. The challenge can't be everything, right?
Dudes, can you believe I'm in the bottom in the first challenge? Embarrassing.
I mean, you did come onto Cartoon Drag Race not knowing how to sew.
Keaton, not the time.
I'm just saying. But I get what you mean, BB. And I don't want you to go tonight.
Let him talk, maybe.
Yeah, Beast Boy. Why should we vote for you tonight?
I have a lot to show, bro. You can look through my drag closet. Actually, don't focus on that. Focus on me. I've got so much charisma. This is just not my challenge. We can't have a season of just fashion, right?
But Monita and Tina aren't really fashion queens.
I mean, if we're comparing tonight, Beast Boy's looks were the worst, but Tina did the same thing for both categories. And Monita barely even fit the categories. At least he tried. He came up with something that fit the category and was unique for each look. And he did his best to execute it.
That is a fair point. Plus, with everything I know about you, Beast Boy, I think you have a big chance at going far here. I see that for Monita too, but not for Tina.
Dude, did you see both of her earrings falling off? That's crazy work.
And she fell during her entrance. She brands herself as this kooky, high-energy, high-personality queen, but it comes off as fake when she's so obviously nervous. She doesn't seem confident at all, even though she wants us to see her that way.
Little harsh, Keat.
Don't call me Keat.
I'm confident that my boys will vote for me. I'm also weirdly glad that Reiki said he doesn't want any votes. I mean, it means that the boys don't have to choose between, well, us other boys. We can stay the boys, no drama. But I'm bothered that Reiki is so willing to be in the bottom. Fight, bro.
I'm not sure if Beast Boy has as much potential as people are saying. I like him, but he's barely even convincing us. I think he's just relying on the friends he's made. But I'm not sure who I actually will vote for. Oh wait, I know.
Tina, why should we vote for you tonight? I mean, drag-wise, I'm not sure I see it.
Oh,
Well, that's harsh.
What she means is, based on the challenge, you do kinda deserve to be in the bottom too. So why do you disagree, or why should we vote you regardless?
Well, I guess if you like my personality. Also, I think I could have reasoned to be low instead of in the bottom. I mean, my concept was unique and fit the challenge. And my outfit was made decently. There was just the problem of
Using the same concept for both. Why did you do that, Tina? I'm curious.
I did it by accident. When I had my Death Becomes Her look made, I was bouncing between a bunch of ideas for it, and I guess I forgot that this is the one I picked. And since I thought my Death Becomes Her outfit used a different concept, I decided to reuse this one. I didn't realize until it was done.
This really makes it sound like you're unprepared tonight. Possibly even for this show as a whole. You know, Tina, myself, Linny, and Lilac are all very prepared. Perhaps we could offer our services to you in the challenges and in this vote, so long as you ensure my safety in any future votes. And their safety as well, of course.
Oh, wow, that's a lot to think about. I guess I have to, huh?
Well, technically you don't have to. But if you don't, I fear it may not go well for you tonight. Reki looks like quite the performer.
Oh, well, I guess it's a deal then. Thanks, Signora.
You're welcome, dear. Now, feel free to go campaign to the others.
This is the group I'm most scared of talking to. They already seem like a unit, and Signora has been shady since word one. But I have to plead my case. I want to stay tonight.
Monita, I'll stop you right there. You don't need to start. We won't be voting for you tonight. We have our opinions set already.
Don't speak for me. Manita, I apologize for her. Why should we keep you tonight?
Oh. Well, I know I wasn't very strong in this week's challenge, but the theme really just wasn't for me. I have a lot to show, I can promise you that.
I don't know. I mean, in your original audition tape you seemed really shy. It doesn't bode well for future performance or comedy challenges either.
I've come a long way since that first tape. My new audience has made me so much stronger as a queen. I'm not the shy girl I was back then.
Oh, please, Bella Swan, cut the cliches. It's giving me very much. I'm Blair St. Clair, and I'm a bad girl now. I'm Monita, and I'm a loud bitch.
Oh,
Fly away, beast.
Signora was a little extreme with Monita just now. I trust her judgment, but it was just a bit harsh. Monita looked like she was about to cry. So, are we voting for Tina tonight?
Sadly, yes. She's the most vulnerable of the bottom queens tonight. Now, it's obvious that Monita will garner votes. But Beast Boy did the worst in the challenge. The only ones who will vote for him are Caden and Keaton. If the three of us vote for Tina, we can ensure her safety and her loyalty. The three of us will be invincible.
I see. It's very smart, Signora. I'm very interested to see this plan in action.
Signora is really going for it, and I knew working with her was a good idea. She's a bit slippery, but not when you're on her side. Me and Lilac are in a great spot now. I'm sure he's excited too, haha. Alright, let's get to voting.
I vote for Monita, twice. She has a lot going for her on the season. I think she'll make good competition.
I vote for Reki Cayenne. I know he won't get the idol, but he was the best tonight, and that's what I care about.
I vote for Beast Boy. Gotta keep the boys together.
I vote for Monita. Such a sweetheart. I really hope she stays.
I vote for Beast Boy. I know he did the worst, but I like his company, and I see more in him than Tina or Manita.
I'm voting for Monita. I think she did the best of the three, and I think she'll be a force to be reckoned with if she stays.
I'll vote for Monita. She's nice.
I vote for Tina. Signora's got us covered for sure.
I vote for Tina. She'll make a lovely extra vote for future immunities.
I vote for Beast Boy. I will not be Signora's number.
My queens, you have all voted, and now it's time to reveal your placements. Monita, Beast Boy, Reki Kian, and Tiny Tina. Please step forward.
God, this is so nerve-wracking.
I know I should be safe tonight because of Signora, but I still feel like I'm gonna go home.
I didn't like this at first, but honestly, I'm so weirdly excited. It feels nice having a little control here, haha. I just hope it stays fair.
The first queen safe, with 5 votes, is Monita.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm safe. I'm still here. I'm so happy. They won't regret this. From here on out I'm gonna slay.
And the second queen safe, with 3 votes, is Beast Boy.
What? Oh, that little bitch.
That means that Tiny Tina, with 2 votes, and Reki Kian, with 1 vote. You are up for elimination. Prior to tonight, I asked you to prepare a lip sync to Gnarly, by Cat's Eye.
It's rough seeing someone I got close with so fast up for elimination already. But I know he can do this. I mean, Tina wasn't even able to do her entrance without falling.
The time has come for you to lip sync for your life. Good luck, and don't fuck it up.
Tiny Tina isn't terrible. She did a nice split, then another split, then another split, but Reki's performance is totally electric. Not a single stunt in sight, but he looks like he's having the time of his life. It's just pure entertainment.
Reki is cracking me the fuck up. Every time the pre-chorus repeats, he's doing some other goofy shit on the beat. He shook his extremely flat trade ass, he grabbed the front of his pants and did the running man down the stage. Signora seemed irritated when I was laughing and cheering for him, but how could I not?
Reki Kian embodied the song. Reki Kian had a great lip sync. Tiny Tina had a bad lip sync.
My queens, I have made my decision. Reki Kian, I could describe that performance with one single word. Gnarly. Shantae, you stay.
I fucking knew he would stay. Now that is how you do a lip sync, bitch. Take notes, everyone.
Tiny Tina, you are a young queen, with so much potential. This is just the beginning, but for now, sashay away.
Tiny Tina was robbed. I'm gonna get that tattooed across my back in Old English font. See you all soon.
The queens gather in Untucked after the elimination. Signora sits down, looking angry yet calm, while Linny sits nervously next to her and Lilac sits on the other side of the couch. Caden clears his throat and congratulates Reki Kian for winning the lip sync. Reki smiles and thanks him, saying he knew he had it in him, and that he hopes Tina wasn't too upset.
It was really hard watching someone get eliminated after I lip-synced against them. I feel like people don't talk about that enough. I always see these dudes like, oh, I'm so proud I stayed and sent that bitch packing. And I am happy to have stayed, but it felt rough crushing someone's dreams like that. I hope she's alright.
Skyla says they really ought to give some praise to Petra and Marina for being the top 2 this week, and Marina for winning. Most of the queens clap and cheer for them. Keaton says he was really impressed with Marina, and is really happy for Petra. Petra seems puzzled, and says, what do you mean by that? Was he not impressed by her? Keaton smirks, and says he didn't say that, but if that's how she feels then he can't argue. Petra frowns.
It's not that Petra wasn't great, she was. But I mean, we're all thinking it, right? Marina even told me she thought I'd be her opponent in that lip sync. I was a little surprised that Petra won, but I wasn't lying. I am happy for her.
Keaton is clearly bothered that I was in the top 2 over him, and I get it. It can be hard to lose when you think you did the best. The passive aggressiveness annoys me though. I don't find it easy to parse things like that. Just say what you mean. I won't be mad if you feel like I didn't deserve my placement. It doesn't matter to me if another queen thinks I deserved it, because either way I got it. Say what you mean, don't be a child.
Marina says congratulations to Monita and Beast Boy for winning the Renmunity Idols, and Beast Boy thanks her, saying he was really happy to be safe. Signora speaks up, and says she was certainly surprised, glaring at Lilac. Lilac doesn't respond, not bothering to look at her.
Let me make one thing clear. Frankly, I'm sure that Beast Boy did not deserve that immunity. I didn't give it to him because he deserved it. I gave it to him to silently but firmly let Signora know that I am not her pawn. I'm not here to be subservient to another queen. Linny doesn't seem mad at me, more nervous than anything, which is nice. I don't envy him. It's a stressful life being a cruel woman's lapdog.
Ruby asks Monita how she's feeling, saying she seems quiet. Monita doesn't respond at first, before covering her face and bursting into tears, struggling to talk, saying she's so disappointed in herself, and thankful to the other queens for keeping her.
God, I feel so stupid. I didn't come here for this, to coast above the bottom. I owe my career to that audition tape, and when I finally get on, I bomb the very first episode. It's all hitting me. I want to think I'm better than this, but I'm starting to think it was a fluke, and I don't deserve to be here.
Ruby hugs Monita, comforting her while she cries, and telling her she's here because she deserves to be. Marina reassures her that they wouldn't have voted for her if they didn't think she had earned it. Harmony stares blankly at the scene.
Not this. I don't know if I'm being insensitive, but isn't this a little much? It's week 1, how can you already be this emotional about a placement, especially when you were saved by the other queens? Isn't that reassurance enough? Crying in Untucked should be reserved for something more major than this, I think.
After a few seconds, Harmony looks to the others, realizing they seem to feel bad for Monita too, and lightly pats Monita's shoulder, before turning to doodle in a notebook. Lilac looks at her, and quietly whispers that he gets it, he thinks this is extreme too, so she doesn't need to feel bad. Harmony giggles and thanks him. Monita eventually calms down, and Marina says she's really impressed by at least one thing about Monita. Monita asks what, and Marina says well, clearly she's waterproof. The queens all laugh, and bond over their cocktails.